That's not the Munich I want to talk about.
I have been a copywriter for over 20 years, but 9 years ago I decided to also study art history. To that end, I moved from Hamburg to Munich. My studies changed me, obviously, that's what university is supposed to do, right? And something else changed as well, the way I see the city I live in now. This is the Alte Pinakothek, a world-renowned art museum that was partially destroyed by a bomb in World War II. I want to talk about the reconstructive work that has been done and that you can still see here. That's for a reason. But let me show you something else first. This is the university in Munich where I studied art history. I ended up specializing on the art of National Socialism. Munich, of course, is the city where the Nazi Party was founded and where it first rose to prominence. During the Third Reich, it was called the City of the Movement, but also the City of German Art. This is the Haus der Kunst, the House of Art, formerly known as the House of German Art. It was first opened in 1937 and then mainly housed exhibitions of art approved by the Nazi state. You cannot escape the past in the city. And this is how it's supposed to be. But it also makes it hard for me to just take a simple walk along these streets. Everything feels connected to my work. I can't stop noticing. And we're back at the first museum where we started. The Alte Pinakothek was opened to the public in 1836. It was partially destroyed in 1943 and 1944. In 1952, architect Hans Dölgast chose a particular way of reconstruction. He wanted to show that the building had been broken, but he didn't want to gloss over the wounds that war and its bombs and battles leave, especially in the city of the movement. So he made sure that even today we can still see these wounds. Notice the different colors of the stones and the different windows. This is on purpose, not because of missing materials after the war. This staircase is part of the reconstruction. It wasn't there before, but it works pretty well. So well, in fact, that today many visitors take a picture of these stairs. People also take quite a few pictures of a different thing around here. That thing is a sculpture in front of the museum. This is a sculpture from 1931, so before the rise of the Nazi Party. It has bullet holes, another kind of wound, probably from American soldiers who captured Munich in 1945. The plaque says Wunden der Erinnerung, wounds of remembrance. Two German artists basically had the same idea as the architect Hans Dölgast had for the building. Instead of glossing over the past and its effects, leave it for all to see. In Munich, there are two more plaques for wounds like this. One is at the library of the university, where you can also see traces from the fights in 1945. The third one is at the Haus der Kunst, the House of Art, which I've already shown you. It's eerily fitting to remember the war here. For the longest time, I thought that these art installations were only in Munich, but it turns out that you can find more of these in Berlin, but also in some other European countries like Poland, the Czech Republic, France. Yeah, you just got to visit my favorite library in town. This building is one of a pair. The other one is right across the street and was also built during the Third Reich. Originally, it was used as an administration building by the Nazi Party. But today, the building is home to different cultural organizations, for example, the Institute of Art History. Between these two buildings stands the NS Documentation Center. It also makes history visible, but in a different way. I recommend a visit.
So yeah, Munich is everything you saw in the beginning, but for me it is also everything else that happened here. Attending university and living in the city has given me a different perspective, and also a glimpse into the future. A museum can also be a monument. A wound can be part of a healing process. The past can be the present.
And there's always more that first meets the eye.